Many Nigerians are beginning to flee, especially those at the borders between Nigeria and Niger. We have about how many states from the northern part of the country, and that's why a lot of people have been calling saying, well, he should be careful, needs to be careful. We share border with Niger. If crisis gets out of hand, we will be overwhelmed by refugees. Okay? Professor of Political Science Jide Ofo Adibe recently spoke on a rise to discuss Nigeria's inherent interest in the crisis occurring in neighboring Niger, as tensions rise as a result of the military takeover of the Niger government. Jide Ofo cautioned that if the situation worsens, Nigeria could expect a massive flood of refugees. Jide Ofo's concern originates from Niger's recent military takeover and subsequent incarceration of the democratically elected president. He noted that the principle of non-interference in domestic issues, which was traditionally firmly adhered to, has developed. He added that the principle of sovereignty is no longer absolute, and the international community now invokes the notion of responsibility to protect as a justification for intervening in countries facing internal crisis. The professor stressed that what affects one country often has ripple effects on neighboring nations. In Nigeria's case, its proximity to Niger heightens the need for vigilance, as any escalation of the crisis could lead to an influx of refugees crossing the border seeking safety. The second reason is that what affects one country tends to affect all. For example, we share a border with Niger. If the crisis gets out of hand, we will be overwhelmed by refugees. So at least from the perspective of a self-preservation and national self-interest, we have to be interested. Our interest precedes that of Bola Tinubu being the authority of the head of the state. The supplementary protocol on democracy and many other protocols on the good governance clearly state that coups are no longer acceptable methods of coming to power. This is laughable. Nigeria, that couldn't even take out terrorists from their forests, is now contemplating to oust a military head in another country. Shame on this government. And that is the fact. All these call them small, whatever you call them, small rats, tag rag terrorists, they call them, they've not been able to flush them out. Now the one will be say they did gidigba, and I won't go fight. Buhari people, if they are coming as refugee, they should pack all of them to Daura town. Since we share border with Niger, and if crisis breaks out, it will affect Nigeria because of refugees, then we will allow the military to continue. We believe if the ECOWAS insists on removing the military, more crises will come. Foreign countries are ready to come in and more problems will definitely come. If you don't want them, Boko can help you. Nigeria population is only 30. Niger population is only 30 million. The way we are cooking our policies, and some are asking for military takeover because they lost at the presidential election. Can you imagine where over 240 million Nigerians will trample to in all Africa combined? We can sustain Niger, but who can sustain us and our attitude too? We are learning anything. Are we learning anything from Niger? Forget that this is your stupid analysis. God bless you, sir, for this reasonable word. Some people agitating for military rules. if you don't do the needful, you are not doing the needful. You say some people should not act. When you act in such a manner and you expect people not to react, I don't know where that will lead to. People who are reacting in way they are reacting, you are calling it whether they lost election. Did they lose election in Niger? All of those Burkina Faso, Mali, did they lose election there? No, tell me whether they lost election. Now any little thing they lost election, whether the election is as a result of election or it was as a result of a bad governance that made this a coup to happen. Everything is politics. Things are being discussed. You are not saying anything. The next thing they are talking of coup, you are talking about those who lost election. Whether now that one Now that one with the talk now, I don't understand for now. It's just so ridiculous. And yeah, a lot of people, and now that Russia has taken over, a lot of people are running on, running a tasketa. Running a tasketa because go dey easy. You think it's going to affect only the Niger people. It will affect Nigerians as well. It will. There's no doubt about it. There is no doubt about it. They just leave that. You are saying that a Niger population is only 30 million. Okay, the way we are cooking our policies, and some are asking for military takeover. Yes, if you don't want them, Boko can help you. Okay. And that's why some people are calling and started looking for position. That when it is his turn, nobody should say anything. But he's not talking about how to rescue, to help Buhari, Tinubu go to Niger Republic. Everybody eye go clear very soon.